and remind yourself that I am nothing and I know nothing. Because as soon as you think you know everything, then no one can really help you. Then you are using your own power and own will. But as soon as a person declares in his heart, in his mind, that he knows nothing and he is nothing, then the help of Allah Azza wa Jal will come. Then the help and concentration on that being, everything will come to him. So I know nothing and I am nothing. And then the help and the power of Allah Azza wa Jal will come. So just to go through, so a person should have that in his mind embedded really than anything else. So as you heard yesterday, the methodology of how a person can go through the Latayfs and how he can start his engine in the spiritual world. So this is like starting the car. The car is inside, the rocket's inside you all. So now is turning the engines on. And this is going through the Latayfs. We'll shortly go through. Just a recap. So you've seen the diagram and everything. But what is the first thing we should always have in mind? Can someone tell me what is the first thing we should have in mind? So even before then, before the presence, before the three keys. There's a clue, I already said it as well. Your intention, that's correct. So having correct intention, you should have correct intention. What is the correct intention? Can someone tell me? Just shout out. What is the correct intention we should have? The pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal. So we want to reach the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal. That's our intention. Everyone's ultimate intention is the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal. So then what do we do after this? Someone's already mentioned. After this, what should we bring? The three keys. So can someone name me one of the three keys? So what are they? Allah is with me. So remember that if someone is with you, then you are never alone. You are never alone in the problems, in the hardship, in the worries and the difficulties you are going in life. People think they are going through worry is when they think that they are alone. They call for people, they call on their friends, their phones, etc. But as soon as a person always remembers that Allah is with me, then he is never alone. And he knows that everything, he has help from Allah Azza wa Jalla. If he has help from Allah, he has help from everything. The power. So what's the second thing, one of the other keys? Allah is seeing me. Allah is watching me. So Allah is watching everything that you are going through. Why you are here. Your intentions of real intention of being here. Allah Azza wa Jalla is seeing what you have sacrificed to be in His presence. Allah knows and sees the hardships that a person is going through. And the third thing, Allah is hearing me, is listening to me, as it's been mentioned. So Allah is listening to your cries every day. You go to so many people, but you don't come to Him. But you should go to Allah Azza wa Jal because they are the all hearing, they are the all seeing, and they are present. So these are the three keys that will open your heart, open your mind, open your ibadah, open everything towards the presence of Allah. It really is surrendering yourself in the presence of Allah. So intention, having the correct intention is the first thing. And after that is to bring the presence of Allah in there. So as you can see, these are the preparation and the Latayfs, as it's been mentioned on here, is really to see and taste and to go through this. So don't worry about too much what the the method is or what we have control, but just to highlight that there are three levels, you can say, of thought or states a person goes through. So one level is the thought level. So you should follow if you can. When I am mentioning, you should just believe and follow. So when I say the light is above, you should believe in this. Follow what is being said. Then imagination. Bring the imagination of this light, of this name of Allah, what is being said. And then the third thing, which is the spiritual, a person does not have control of that, but a person can spiritually see and travel as well. So just to recap, so after having the three keys, as is mentioned, that Allah is with me, seeing me, present with me, a person should have already prayed Salatul Hajjad, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help. Like I mentioned, before you even sit, you are saying, I am nothing. I am no one. I know nothing. So then the help will come. If you haven't prayed Salatul Hajjad, think at least this, what I mentioned, that I am nothing. I am nothing in the presence of Allah and even the presence of people. I know nothing. So after the help, after seeking help, then the protection amals is performed. So can someone tell me what are the protection amals? What are the protection amals that person does? So you start with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Always, whoever starts with the name of Allah Azza wa Jal, then again a special light descends on that person. Then after saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Surah Fatiha once, and then after Ayatul Kursi once, and thereafter the three calls. Acha, mashallah. The three calls, Surah Ikhlas, Surah Falaq, Surah Nas, in that order. So basically, Surah Fatiha at the beginning, because Surah Fatiha is a dua. We recite it every day in Salah, but it is a dua, is asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help on this journey. And then after Surah Ayatul Kursi, is the protection amals then come into it. Then when a person recites Ayatul Kursi, special angels descend on that person as well. Then he recites the three calls, Surah Ikhlas, Surah Falaq, Surah Nas, in that order. And then this protects a person from any evil interferences, any jinnat or anything like this. It protects, it creates a shield around him. After reciting this, you blow on your palm, and then on top of you, firstly on your face, head, and then the entire body. So this is like when people go into space, astronauts, they have clothing, special clothing that they wear. So you should imagine that this is the special clothing you are wearing, because you're going to be traveling into, not out of space, but into the spiritual world. So you need protection. This is how you say it. So this is like the preparation even beforehand. So after wearing the forms of protection and you're blowing on your palm, it is being protected. Thereafter you should come into three states. Three states. So can someone tell me what are the three states? Humbleness. So tell me what humbleness is. Or give me example of humbleness.
Thinking no one's better than you. I mean,
opposite. Mashallah.
Thinking everyone's better than you and knowing yourself.
Mashallah. So one is the thought is to think, to believe, and to feel this as well. So to think, believe and feel that every person who you are sitting with, it doesn't matter how much knowledge you have. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how much experience you have. The fact is that they are better than you. This is humbleness, is to think and believe and feel that these people are better than you. They deserve to be in the presence of Allah. They deserve to travel. They deserve to have the opening. I do not deserve anything. Because I know every single thought of mine, every evil I know, every darkness I know, everything that I have done in my life I know. So you humble yourself, you bring yourself down, remind yourself who, the filth that you are. And then you put everyone as high as everyone and anything before you. So to believe, to feel that every single person is better than me. So bring the state of humbleness. So the second state a person should be feeling. What is the second one? Gratefulness. So give me an example of gratefulness. MashaAllah. So gratefulness is finding many blessings of Allah Azza wa Jal. One of them, like the brother said, to thinking that Allah has blessed us to sit in itikaf, and many people else could have sat here. So finding one of the blessings of Allah and appreciating, being grateful, bringing the greatness, attributing it to Allah Azza wa Jal. So one of them could be even one's breathing. Did you have to think when you were sleeping to breathe? Did you have to think, or did you just breathe? Did you have to think that your heart should be beating, or was it just beating? So imagine this, the gratefulness that Allah, without thinking, Allah is actually helping our hearts to beat, our lungs to breathe, etc. So we don't deserve, we cannot really think of the blessings of Allah. So thinking and believing and attributing the blessings of Allah Azza wa Jal, every blessing. The third state, so can you tell me quickly what the third state is? Reliance. So like we said at the very beginning, that if you want help, you should rely on Allah Azza wa Jal. So reliance. Say, oh Allah, I need your help. I rely on you. I am nothing and I know nothing. I am nothing and I know nothing. So I ask you, I beg you for your help. So then the help will come. So these are the three states a person will go through. Thereafterwards, he recites Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. He begins the preparation. So this is like starting the key of the engine now. So he recites Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Astaghfar 3 times, Durood Sharif 3 times, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah 3 times. So astaghfar, why do we recite astaghfar? Can someone tell me, why do we recite astaghfar? Seek forgiveness, mashallah. So seeking forgiveness is to present and say, oh Allah, I am the filth in front of your presence. This is what I have done. This is who I am. You know me more than anyone. Presenting yourself, your inner self. People present themselves as high, I am pious, I do so much salah, but you are opening, saying, oh Allah, I am a sinful person, I've come to you. So we do astaghfar 3 times, then we recite Durood Sharif. So Durood we recite is really the connecting to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You are saying that, Ya Allah, it is really the help, I cannot do it without you. It is through the Prophet ﷺ, the blessing that you have given us. It's being shukr on the blessings of the Prophet ﷺ. Sending salam and durood upon the Prophet ﷺ. Thanking the Prophet ﷺ for the message that they have given us in this life. Thereafter, you recite La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah 3 times. So this is again, you saying, oh Allah, I have no power. It's you who have power and might, and you're the one who can take me. I am nothing again. So again, you actually declaring that you are nothing. So after this, then we'll go through the Latayfs. So can someone tell me where, you already seen now. So the red Latayf where is it situated? So where is the red Latayf situated? Yeah. So it's below the navel. So just quickly go through. The red Latayf is below. So this is the diagram. Red Latayf is below the navel. Then you have the orange Latayf, which is in the navel area, which is like the belly button. Okay? Belly button. So you should begin to familiarize yourself. The yellow Latayf is where the stomach area is. The stomach area. The green Latayf is where the chest level is. The light blue Latayf is where the throat area is. And the indigo color or the dark blue color is where the forehead is. And the white Latayf is above. So sometimes people forget this. So it's like, example, like the Mashayikhs have given, it is like the world. The core of the world is red. Then it begins to become lava. And it becomes, when you come into the earth, it becomes green. Green like the green plants. Then as you go above, it's the sky, the light blue sky. Then above you go, it becomes dark blue. And in space and beyond, it is like white light. So this is like even like the world. So you yourself is like a world. You're trying to travel into the spiritual world. So now going through the method, in the side is like pipes. If a person were to look on the side of the Latayfs, it is like a pipe which connects small pipes that is connected there, situated where the Latayfs are. So the first thing you bring is the name of Allah Azza wa Jal. The name of Allah Azza wa Jal is above, and you breathe in like you're filling your whole body like a balloon. And you breathe in through your nose. And as you breathe in, all the light is penetrating firstly through the mind. Then it's going through the other Latayf, the dark blue Latayf, the light blue Latayf, the throat area. So it goes through entire body from the top to the bottom. The light is penetrating. This is the preparation amal. And as you do this, as you breathe out, imagine you are breathing all your worries, all the darkness, all the infliction, all the desires. So this begins with the preparation amal. So this is the beginning. Thereafter, you then imagine the red Latayf. The name of Allah Azza wa Jal is now in a red color. So red color, the name of Allah. And again, as you breathe in, but this time, as you breathe in, imagine this light is coming in front of you and it's coming inside through your nose as you breathe in, and then it's traveling through your body to the red Latayf where it's situated, below the navel. And this time, as you breathe out, is that you should breathe as though darkness is purifying your Latayf in that area. So this area represents the love of women, the desires relating to that area. And as you breathe out, imagine all the darkness is exiting. All the love of women, the love of desires relating to that area. So then we do you can say the orange Latayf same way. Breathe in through your nose, and then it travels through your nose to the orange Latayf. And again, as you breathe out, It's being purified and darkness is exiting behind. You do this for all the Latayf. You do this for the yellow, which is situated where the belly button is, where the stomach is, and the same process. Same with the green. Same with the light blue, where the throat area is. After you do this, this one becomes different, is that when you do the dark blue Latayf is that when you imagine the dark blue color of the name of Allah is coming down, imagine it going directly to the dark blue Latayf, the indigo color, where is situated the Latayf on your forehead. Is directly going as you breathe in through your nose, and then imagine it's penetrating through your mind, so it's getting rid of all the the worries, all the whispers of darkness that you have. So sometimes people think, why do I have all these whispers? I always think of this sin. Imagine this sin, this whisper is also being penetrated and being purified as you breathe out, is leaving. So when you do this for the dark blue Latayf, then the white Latayf. So again, directly the light is coming through the white Latayf, where it's situated above the head. So then after this, imagine this light is coming up and down, is penetrating all through the body, and slowly what happens, your body begins to disappear. So your body is not there anymore. Your body is gone. Then afterwards, each breath as you breathe out, slowly each Latayf is turning off. Like an engine is being switched on but is turning off now as well in the spiritual world, until only thing left is your breath and your spirit now. Then what we say is that now we're going to be doing is bringing the thought, bringing the mindset that your twin brother is sitting in front of you. You're looking directly at a mirror. So you're creating your spiritual body, and then you do the golden breath. And the golden breath is when you breathe in, and then few times breathe in, so you gather your breath. And when you breathe out, or like a long, lengthy, like as though blowing a large balloon, slowly, constantly continuing, as though you breathed all your spirit inside the spiritual body. And then after, soon as you breathed your spirit inside, you should think you have entered into the spiritual body. You should just think, and it will be mentioned. And then after that, you find your teacher, wherever they are. And so inshallah, after this, then we'll go through the journey, and it is going to be like a guided tour. This is a guided tour, so a person will be taken through each step, and then he'll be mentioned. So spiritually, what is being seen is going to be mentioned as well. So you should just think that this is happening with the thought, at least. If you can imagine this is happening. But if someone can travel, soon as, like many people here can travel, they can transfer and travel into the spiritual world, then they should take their own journeys as well. And then at the end, inshallah, the session later on will take feedback as well. So is there any questions before we begin now, the practical session? Is there any? Ji? Sorry?
How can this journey can benefit our family?
So how can this benefit your family?
Because most of the time I've traveled and then I meet a lot of people and they send me some message, but my family are not benefiting.
Okay, right. So one of the things that we say is to benefit the family really is, firstly, you should start off yourself, is save yourself first. This is the very beginning. Because if a person cannot save himself, then how can he save others? So how can he save others then if he is like, for example, if a person does not know how to swim, then how can he save someone else? Rather, he's going to drown that person as well. So in the spiritual realm, he should firstly benefit from this, is that this is really, he learns this practical course, but then when he returns physically, when he returns, he should adopt the sunnah way of life. This is what we mentioned, the return journey. He takes benefit from being in the presence of the Messiah, being in the presence of the Prophet ﷺ. Is when he returns, he acts like he is still in the presence of the Prophet ﷺ. He's still in the presence of the angelic realm. He's as though he's there. So when the people he converses with, he doesn't become angry when they are doing something wrong. He speaks in the soft tone. He behaves as though he's still in the spiritual realm. This is how people benefit, because the Prophet ﷺ, when he ﷺ used to call people, he did not call with the tongue, come towards me, I am the messenger, ﷺ, I am Allah Azza wa Jal has sent me. No, people benefited is when they used to see the conduct of the Prophet ﷺ, when they used to see how kind he was, how he used to converse with people. This is how people benefit. When they see you change in your homes, you act differently, you are more patient, you respect them more, then they will say, this person has changed, he has benefited by going to this retreat, he's different. Then they're going to see, and they will listen to you more as well. So really, the whole point of this is that inshallah, when we do the final session tomorrow, we'll give example how a person can benefit himself, then benefit his family, his community, his locality, his town, his country, and the world as well. Like we said, yearning, you should have that yearning to save everyone. So inshallah, this is something that we are aiming for this, but at the beginning now, we should try and save ourselves. Then inshallah, when you adopt like the 5 amals into your life and the path towards Allah and purification, then a person will benefit others as well. In the spiritual world, when he should travel, is that he should make dua for them. He should make dua for them. When he is in the presence of Messiah's, presence of, the Prophet ﷺ, thinking of the family, thinking of them, how he can better them, how he can benefit them. He can bring that thought and present it as well, inshallah, like this. So inshallah, without any further ado, is there any more questions that a person has? Because we've got about 45 minutes before we end the session. Ji, go and carry on. So you want to refresh? If you need to, then you can go, but you should have everyone should always remember one thing: you all have time, and we have given you full schedule of what time we begin, what time we'll finish. So you should always prepare yourself so beforehand. But then you can go in this time, but inshallah, prepare yourself to. If you don't need to go to the bathroom, then there is no need. You don't need to refresh any uzu now. So inshallah, you don't need to refresh uzu. But all it requires now is your mind and heart now. That's all it requires. And make sure you are comfortable, sitting comfortably. Refresh yourself in the sense of the presence why you are here. So what we'll do, inshallah, if everyone stands up now, just to release any tension in the feet and the body, inshallah. So inshallah, you may sit down now, inshallah, and then we'll begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So inshallah you should now clear your minds and hearts. And like I said, is firstly that correct your intention, that why you are here. The purpose of you being here is none other than the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal. And a person wants to open the spiritual eye so we can use this to become even more steadfast in the presence of Allah Azza wa Jal. So we should think that we are nothing. I am nothing, and I know nothing. So bring the thoughts of the three keys that Allah is with me, Allah is seeing me, and Allah is hearing me. So a person should now recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim and Surah Fatiha once, Surah Ayatul Kursi once, and then the three calls, Surah Ikhlas, Surah Falaq, Surah Nas, and then blow on his palm, and then his face, his head, his whole body, inshallah. So inshallah we do this now. Bismillah. So then now one should bring the thought and the state of humbleness. And one should believe and think and feel that every single person who is sitting beside me, they are better than me. Because I know all my shortcomings, my desires, my sins. I know every single one of them. Maybe I only know a handful of sins and disobedience of others, but I know every single one of mine. I know what I do when I am alone. I know what I do in public. So really every single person is better than me. So the second thought a person should bring is a thought of gratefulness. Think of all the blessings Allah Azza wa Jal has given you. Imagine out of all the creation of Allah Azza wa Jal, that Allah Azza wa Jal could have created you. Allah Azza wa Jal has created you in the reflection of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. They have created you as the blessed image of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. Without anything they have created you, they have made you as the best of beings, best of creations. So we cannot really appreciate the blessings of Allah Azza wa Jalla. We could have been made as dust, we could have been made as stools, as urines, but Allah Azza wa Jalla has created us in the blessed reflection of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. Now the third thought of reliance, that we are seeking, we are begging to Allah Azza wa Jalla to help us. We rely on Him. Again, bring in the thought of I am nothing and I know nothing. And so Allah, I need your help. I cannot travel towards you. You're the one who can take me. Like you took the Prophet ﷺ in the night of Miraj. Like you took your best of servants. Oh Allah, take me to your presence. So now we're going to recite the preparation amals. So we recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim once, begin with the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most kind. Now recite Astaghfar 3 times. Astaghfirullah allazi la ilaha illahu al-hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayh. Astaghfirullah allazi la ilaha illahu al-hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayh. Astaghfirullah. Then recite Durood Sharif, any Durood a person can recite 3 times. Sing then Salam, Durood upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahumma salli ala kama sallaita ala and la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. The whole power, might belongs to Allah Azza wa Jalla. I cannot do this without my own power. Allah, you can take me in your presence. Now bring the thought of the blessed name of Allah Azza wa Jal is above you. You should imagine it's coming down from the heavens, bright colored light of the blessed name of Allah. It's illuminating in front of you. From the skies it has come down, and now it's in this room as though above you, but is front of you. Then imagine this light is descending down towards your head. As you breathe in through your nose, imagine you filling your whole breath through your nose, your inner self like a balloon. The light is descending down from your head, from the top to the whole of the body. Every part of the body, the hands, the feet, everything is being illuminated. As you breathe out, imagine all your worries, all the love of dunya is exiting. Shall we do this now, inshallah? The preparation, almost. So now imagine the blessed name of Allah Azza wa Jal is now a red color. As you breathe in through your nose, inhaling, imagine this light, which is now a red color light, is entering through your nose and it's descending down, and you can direct it to the red Latayf, which is situated below the navel. As you breathe out, imagine darkness is exiting behind and it is being purified. So do this now, inshallah. Still keep the presence of Allah, that Allah is with me, seeing me, present with me. So now imagine the blessed name of Allah Azza wa Jal is now an orange color. Again, as you breathe in through your nose, imagine this orange light is descending and entering inside your nose, and then direct this to the orange Latayf, which is situated in the navel area, the belly button area. As you breathe out through your mouth, imagine all the darkness is being purified and is being exited behind you. So do this now, inshallah. Now imagine the blessed name of Allah Azza wa Jal is now a yellow color light. As you breathe in again through your nose, imagine this yellow colored light is now descending from the blessed name of Allah Azza wa Jal, and direct it to the yellow Latayf, So as it goes inside through your nose, direct it to the yellow Latayf, which is situated in the stomach area. As you breathe out, imagine all that area of the Latayf is being purified and darkness is exiting behind. So do this now. So now imagine the blessed name of Allah Azza wa Jal is now a green color. As you breathe in through your nose, imagine this light is descending, green light is descending from the blessed name of Allah. As it enters inside you, direct it to the green Latayf, which is situated in the chest, center of the chest, or the heart level area. As you breathe out through your mouth, imagine darkness is exiting and your Latayf, that area, is being purified. So do this now. So now imagine the blessed name of Allah Azza wa Jal is now a light blue color. As you breathe in, imagine this light blue color is now descending through your nose, is entering inside, and direct it to the light blue Latayf, which is situated in the throat area. As you breathe out, imagine all the darkness is exiting behind and that area is being purified. So do this now. So now imagine the blessed name of Allah Azza wa Jal is now a dark blue color, an indigo color. Imagine as you breathe in, imagine this light is descending and is going directly to the dark blue Latayf, which is situated in the forehead area. As you breathe out through your mouth, imagine that your mind is being purified, that Latayf is being purified, and darkness is exiting behind. So do this now. So now imagine the blessed name of Allah Azza wa Jal is now a white color. It's illuminating. As you breathe in through your nose, imagine this light is now descending and is going directly to the white latifa, which is situated above the head. As you breathe out, imagine it's being purified and all darkness is exiting behind. So now imagine that this light is now going up and down through from top to bottom, is as though becoming like a rainbow color. It is cleansing your entire body. And slowly your body begins to disappear. The only thing left is the Latayf, your breath and spirit. Now the Latayfs are slowly one by one beginning to disappear and turning off. Firstly, the red Latayf is disappearing. Then the orange, the yellow, the green, the light blue, the dark blue, and white. So only thing left is now only your breath and spirit. So now imagine in front of you a mirror image of you. Create your spiritual body. Imagine a twin brother or twin sister, if you are on the internet, that they are sitting in front of you, like looking at a mirror image. If you find this difficult, then you can just imagine one's teacher sitting in front. So what you're going to do is now slowly gather all your breaths together. And we'll be slowly doing the golden breath when I say so. So slowly, with one deep breath, you're going to slowly, like blowing a balloon, blowing everything you have inside you, your spirit is then going to transfer. So slowly now, begin to do your golden breath. And now, in the spiritual world, we can see that slowly everyone is beginning to transfer. I can see as though the blessed name of Allah Azza wa Jal is illuminating everything in this room and the skies and the world. I can see special light on the presence of Mashayikhs. So once you transferred your breaths into your spiritual body, the first thing you should be looking for is finding the teacher. And we have all slowly transferred, and I can see the help and the light from the teacher is helping each one of the people present to transfer. And we all gather together until everyone has transferred. Those who have already transferred, they should continue their journey. We begin to travel as though to the Ghar-e Hira to find our teacher. We're going through the skies, the valleys. We can feel the wind. We can see the world until we land on the bottom of Ghar-e Hira. We begin to climb, and we're now inside the blessed cave. We can see our teacher, Sheikh Ahmed Dabbagh, is sitting there, waiting for us. They greet everyone and hugging each and every one. You can feel the arms around you. And they are pleased that you have spent time here, that you sacrificed your time to be with them. We then begin to travel as though travel to the blessed place and resting place of Sayyidina Abdul Aziz Dabbagh Rahimahullah. Our teacher is holding us as though by the hand. It's like a light which is surrounding every single person, and is like a sack that we are being pulled towards the resting place of Sayyidina Abdul Dabbagh Rahmullah. We now land in Fez in Morocco, outside where the graveyard is, and we are walking behind the teacher. We can see the blessed mazar of Sayyidina Abdul Dabbagh Rahmullah is illuminating, and we are walking. We can see that they are waiting for us, and their blessed smile is illuminating everything. They're happy to see us. We then are now in the blessed presence of Sayyidina Abdul Dabbagh Rahmullah, and our teacher, he begins to introduce us to them by name, and we are having the opportunity to embrace them. Some of us are kissing the blessed hand, some are kissing the blessed feet, some are hugging them. Many people are weeping. We ask for nasiha in the blessed presence, and Sayyidina Abdul Dabbagh Rahmullah is saying to the nearest meaning, "O my children, you have come. I have been waiting for you all. I have been waiting for many days, many weeks, many months, many years, but at least you have come. I am with you all. Do not fear. You still have the potential to become in my presence. You all have the potential to excel and to be one of the beloveds in this life. All I ask of you is that you let go of this dunya, let go of the world, and attach yourself to my world. My world is the heart of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Attach yourself to the heart. For you, the heart is my Ahmad Dabbagh. Attach yourself to him, and you shall attach yourself to the heart of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Be with him, think of him, learn from him, and you shall gain everything. Leave everything that you know, leave everything of this world, and attach yourself towards him. If you want me, if you want the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then come with an empty vessel and pour the love of my Ahmad Dabbagh. It is as though Sayyidina Abdul Dabbagh Rahmullah is now giving us gifts of khazur and said, eat this and refresh yourself and bring the love. As we are eating, it is as though the love, as though the teachings that we have learnt is being absorbed in the body. It is like a seed being planted inside us. And we can feel this growing and growing and growing until it becomes a plant, until it becomes light of the Prophet ﷺ and Mashayikh. Sayyidina Abdul Dabbagh Rahimahullah is now hugging us and saying to the nearest meaning, we will meet again. O my children, return and learn and benefit. May your eyes, may your hearts, may your whole bodies be illuminated in my love and the love of the Prophet ﷺ. May you be open to the world of spirits, the world of the unseen, so you can use this, to strengthen yourself with Iman. It is as though they are making dua for us. As they are making dua, it is as though we can feel the presence of the Prophet ﷺ descending, and light. Everything becomes illuminated. And slowly we take permission to leave the blessed presence. And we can still feel this presence. And slowly our soul, our spirits is slowly returning. We give salam and durood. We take permission to slowly return. Return through the skies, from the Gare Hira, through the presence of the teacher. And our bodies, our spirits enter our body. But we still feel the presence of being in the company of Sayyidina Abdul Dabbagh. Slowly you can begin to open your eyes and prepare for Salatul Asr. And when you are praying, feel that you're praying in the presence of the Mashayikh, that they are with you. You are praying in their presence. So you can begin, inshallah, to prepare for Salatul Asr. Subhanaka bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Inshallah, we'll have feedback later on.